And welcome back to Block TV, where it is time for cryptonomics and a look at Bitcoin's end-of-year run. It is the last stretch for 2019, and many analysts have their theories about the volatility, but none have it so organized as our very own Block TV senior correspondent, Asher Westrop-Evans, who joins me in studio. Firstly, Asher, let's touch on this thing called the Santa Claus rally.
Yes, certainly. So this is a phenomena that I think is worth looking at, of a historic notion of price movement that has existed in the Bitcoin charts that we've seen in December from 2015 until today. But before we go ahead with it, I have a significant issue with the name Santa Claus rally. That's what the markets have termed it, that's what analysts have termed it. But as exciting and happy as Santa Claus is, and a key figure of the holiday season, I think we need to be non-denominational with this. We need to represent all faiths, creeds, colors and races throughout the world.
Kwanzaa.
So I think, exactly, definitely Kwanzaa. So I think we should simply stick to the December runs. But to be clear, Yael, we're not talking about the phenomena that happens when you eat Nana's 2-year-old Christmas cake. We're talking about what happens when Bitcoin sees 30% plus price movement throughout the month of December in a historical trend that has continued for the last several years.
No, which apparently tends to happen. December runs will never sell honey, but I like the idea. That said, let's quantify this. Let's look at December throughout the last several years.
So let's take a look, Yael, at some of the price movements we've seen across these charts over the last few years. So starting with December 2015. So back in December 2015, saw Bitcoin shoot up more than 37% across the month, cutting from $353 on December 2nd to make a tiny profit up to $475 by December 12th, before calming down and hovering in a channel throughout the rest of that month. Moving ahead to December 2016, and in this year we saw the low was found on December 5th at $738. And throughout the whole month, Bitcoin saw gains of more than 33%, which capped out at $983 on December 28th. This was a great month for Bitcoin and led to a lovely start to the year that was 2017. Now 2017, here is a year and a month in particular that we should all remember. Starting with December 1st, 2017, we saw Bitcoin wick down to the humble monthly low of just 9,370, before going on to hit its historic ride to just below 20K on December 17th, notching a price move of more than 112% in that 17-day period. But as we all recall, that price couldn't last, and the bubble burst, leaving Bitcoin to end the month at the humble $13,770. And it was a bit of a downhill ride from there. Now to December 2018. Now this bucked the trend slightly, but Bitcoin did provide over 37% in price movement over the course of December in 2018. The net price stayed the same at around $3,215, but did peak at $4,384, hitting its low on the 15th and then launching to the monthly high by the 24th. Before, as I said, it settled back down into its channel and ended at almost exact point where it began. And as for the year ahead, 2019, and what it's all going to look like, we turn to technical analyst Joe Saz, who I spoke to just the other day about what might happen in December of 2019. Let's take a listen.
To be at least a volatile month, but I'm not one of those people that's leaning bullish in particular for December. I mean, look at what happened last year. I remember everyone was like, basically holding their breath until Q4 2018. And it was Q4 2018 that annihilated the price. So, I mean, historically, I think if you run it back, you have some pretty bullish times a year, but I mean, it's just not that reliable. So, yeah, December, it could be a volatile month. I think it will be. I don't know how high or low we'll go, but yeah, I'm definitely expecting this month and into next year.
So actually, we have seen a trend beautifully proven there with those charts of December. And when it comes to Bitcoin, what is the reasoning or the theories for the reasons behind those movements, that volatility?
So looking historically, I mean, there's the classic case that consumers tend to have more confidence and tend to go out and spend a little extra money around this time of year. Right. Be buying as gifts, treating yourself, a little gift for yourself at home. People want to spend a little bit of money in December as the year winds to a close. There are similar theories around taxation and purchasing before the end of the tax year, coming ahead of that, but there are a lot of theories that abound around that. They also said that people were selling off earlier this month for that same hovering premise. So those ones are all a little on shakier ground, but that some suggest they want to get in or out before tax season starts, and that creates a bit of volatility across the month. There's a whole lot of reasons. This year in particular, Yael, we're looking ahead around 6 months out from the halving. So people are saying that could lead to a real boost across this month, and we've already seen, indications from a lot of analysts that could happen. That being said, Yael, 2 days or so into the month that we are.
I was going to say, we're taping this at the beginning of December.
Exactly.
Right?
It's not looking great in terms of the upward bound volatility. What we're seeing so far, we started the month, and again, actually started the month December 1st and 2nd. That's all we've had. We started the month at around 7.5. Now at the time of taping, hovering around the 7.3 mark, and we've had lows of about 7.140. So, it's not a great kickoff to the month, but as again, we've had wick downs at the start of December in the past, only to have it shoot up massively by even the center of the month, and these volatile movements, Yael, often happen in very compressed time frames,
Right.
incredibly compressed time frames. So, who knows where this month could really take us.
Who knows where it's heading? I'm sure many people are hoping for that hit to the 20 back, but let's not give people that much hope. That said, it's going to be a bumpy ride.
It's certainly will.
Asher, what's up, Evans? Thank you so much for that. We were Cryptonomics on BLOCKTV. We'll be right back.
For more news and updates, follow us on Twitter.